If you're here, you're probably well aware of Chelsea Cutler, who stopped by to talk about her brand new album, also getting set to tour across Europe, her tattoos. And it's also interesting to hear how she talks about getting to know herself, which is really cool considering how young she is. We also did butt heads a little bit because we are fans of rival soccer teams. This is Chelsea Cutler, offstage.
How's it going? You good? Happy,
yeah.
healthy? Feel good? Feel
How
good
are you?
being here? Good.
I love LA, so I love coming through.
Yeah. Do you not live here?
No, I live in Manhattan.
Manhattan.
Yeah.
Not Manhattan. See, when you say Manhattan here, it's Manhattan
New York,
Beach.
New York.
Okay,
New
got
York,
it.
yeah.
What do you like to come here? Do you get to come here often? Or?
Probably like once every couple months, so not too frequently.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I guess.
What do you do when you're here? Anything that you have to do? It's like I have to go eat here, or I have to go see this.
I love Venice Beach, so every time I'm here, I pretty much, for the most part, stay in Venice.
Yeah.
My cousin lives in Venice. Like,
Cool.
two of my best friends are in Venice, yeah.
It's very different than a lot of tourists think it is, from what they see on movies and TV.
Yeah, I don't know what tourists think it is. I just love it. I think it's great.
Because they think it's like, Muscle Beach. They see it from Baywatch and all these other things, and but it's very much not.
Yeah,
any of
I
that.
think it's more sophisticated probably than people think it is.
A lot of incense,
I think
a lot of different smells in Venice Beach.
like Muscle Beach kind of gives like a gimmicky
Yeah.
image of it,
Sure.
Whereas like I think like Abbot Kinney's great. There's a lot of restaurants.
Abbot Kinney's
They're
the
awesome.
greatest thing in the world.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
I was saying I bought this jacket at IRO on Abbot Kinney.
Yeah, that's good. They have a lot of cool little stores like that, like Scotch and Soda and all these cool stores that I discovered. That Aesop, whatever that soap.
The soaps, yeah.
That's the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah.
And that's where I found it too. Abbot Kinney. Oh my God, I need to move to Venice. I live up here in Studio City, very far away from it. What else? What else do you like to do while you're here?
Shopping, Melrose.
Yeah.
We just went to La Brea and we blew a little money, a little steam coming here.
Go on.
We went to the Trading Post.
Yeah.
Really cool spot.
Yeah, that's. Is that kind of like Wasteland, like the Wasteland type store where it's how do you explain it? Consignment, yeah, vintage stuff like that. But what's cool?
But it's like not consignment, right? Just it's all like handmade. It's like all handmade and crafted, like
right.
A lot of like Native American pieces. They have a lot of like Japanese pieces that are created in Japan and then imported here. So a lot of like really cool stuff that's like unique to certain cultures.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's so good. How much did you spend? Go on.
A lot.
How much did you blow? Was it your money or was it
No,
label
it was
money?
my money.
Yeah? Just turn in the receipts so they'll cover it. Wear it on stage once.
We'll invoice
Right?
the label.
Just wear it on stage and you can write it off.
Yeah.
I
I wish it worked that way.
Or
but
get
it's not
photographed one time and be like, see, they're panicking right now. They're going, hey, block all that. Right
I know they think I'm gonna invoice, but you know what? It doesn't really matter if you invoice the label because it's all recoupable anyway.
Yeah.
So
They'll
it's
get it
I
back.
might as well just pay it up front.
They'll get it back from
Yeah.
you later. It's better now than being surprised by it. Hey, I was reading about stuff that, like, you're a big soccer fan. Like, you played soccer and
Yeah, I
stuff?
love soccer. Yeah.
Do you watch it now? Are you a fan of watching it?
I don't like have a lot of time to like tune into games. I watch obviously like the women's team, the
Yeah.
national team. Other than that, like I'll watch the MLS if it's on.
Yeah.
I used to go to Rebel games like all the
Oh,
time.
cool.
Yeah.
Do you follow, like, the English Premier Leagues and all that stuff?
I used to be the biggest Manchester United fan of all time, and like I love David De Gea. I think he's great.
As a Liverpool fan, that's pretty much like the Crips to my blood.
I know, I'm sorry.
Manchester United.
I'm sorry.
So we're done.
Should I see myself out?
Yeah, and I might trip you on the way. Tattoos. I want to talk about your tattoos
For
for a
sure.
second.
Yeah, I just got a few more too.
Yeah, I saw something about, like, you put one on the inside of your finger.
Yeah, I got
I
got a human tattoo on the inside of my finger for the album. And
Can you show everybody what finger that's on real quick?
yeah, it's on my middle finger. That wasn't like on purpose.
Not at all.
No, it wasn't. Honestly, it was just because it was the biggest. Like it's your biggest.
The
finger.
most used finger.
It's your. It's your biggest finger, so I was like, just the most. I could get the tattoo the biggest there.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I didn't like it wasn't premeditated. I didn't come up with it until I was actually at my appointment for another different tattoo.
That's risky.
And I was like, you know what? I just realized my album's coming out Friday. We should like tattoo humans somewhere.
At least it's meaningful. You didn't grab, like, you realize on the ceilings of tattoo places they have just all these choices.
Yeah.
And they say close your eyes and throw a piece of gum at it, and whatever it sticks on, you get that.
Oh gosh, I can never. I'm
Don't do
so careful about my tattoos. Like they're obviously you can see they're all like really dainty and.
Is this where they all are, or do you have like shoulder?
No, I don't have any on my body. I have everything is on my hands, and then I have 2 on my hips. But like I keep all my tattoos for the most part. Like I don't want them to be in places you really notice.
Sure.
And like it's ironic because you think hands, like everyone's gonna see that you have them, but no one ever notices that I have tattoos.
They just think you've got some crap on your hand. That
They
you
don't even
haven't washed
see.
your
They
hands
never
yet.
even, if like my sleeves are down like this, you can't. Like
No,
my
it's
hand.
cool.
You
It's
can't even
good.
tell. Yeah.
It's really good, and you pull that off. That's not easy to pull off.
Thank you. I think I'm just fortunate. I have like really dainty little piano hands.
How do you handle the pain? Do you take anything beforehand, or
No.
Okay.
I mean, they're all so small. They each took like 10 minutes tops.
That's a long
This,
time.
I'm not gonna lie, this one was excruciating.
Yeah. Because I've got them up my arm.
Oh my gosh.
Like this is my favorite one I have right here.
That's amazing. I love that.
It just says I am, and it's got a blank, and I guess it's more just like what are you? Like what are you right now? I am.
That's awesome.
You are awesome.
No, I would say that's awesome. I'm
finish-
happy. I am.
And that's what this is for.
Yeah, that's great.
And I've got one that says "Let it be," which tells me to just.
On your collarbone?
Yeah.
How was that pain wise?
It hurt like hell.
Yeah.
But I got it because I wanted to remind myself to just relax and let things be. The problem is it's here. I can't see it to
Right.
remind me. So it's just stupid.
That's another reason
at
why
least
I
you
love
can
the
see
hand
yours.
things. Yeah, because I get to look at them and they're kind of more for me than anyone else. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
They're visible.
Yeah.
Your tour. I was looking at some of your tour dates that you have coming up, and I was seeing like U.S. and then Germany.
Yeah.
England.
Yeah.
Holy crap. What's your feeling on this? What are you thinking?
I'm stoked. I love going to Europe. Europe is like my favorite place to tour. I love Amsterdam is like my favorite city.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's the best.
Party city. I mean,
I've
never been, but I've heard.
I'm not much of like a partier really. I just like obviously like to get a joint there and walk around.
Yeah.
And just kind of the shopping's great and like there's just lights everywhere and it feels like you're walking through Disneyland and it's like the only.
It could be the joint.
Yeah, it could be.
It
the
could be
joint.
whatever's in the joint.
It could definitely be the joint, but like the crepes also and
Sure.
the pancakes in Amsterdam are so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of things do you need to have with you? Do you have these things kind of planned out to take with you, like things that you have to have on the road?
Have to have on the road.
Or even more so, like how are you doing things like laundry? How have you thought about how you're doing all this stuff?
I'm one of those people who packs to never have to do laundry.
No kidding.
Yeah, so I brought like 2 huge suitcases on my last U.S. tour because I didn't want to do laundry. The only time my laundry got done was when my tour manager did it for me because he just felt like doing it for me.
Yeah.
But I always pack
Because
enough.
you probably started to smell a little bit.
No, I always pack enough.
Yeah. Wow.
That's
why she's spending so much money on clothes. Because
Yeah,
only
or I
wearing
get
them.
lazy and I like will just go buy new clothes to wear.
That's cool. That's really cool. Because it's one of these things you have to think about while you're on the road. Laundry, deodorant, all these kind of things.
Yeah. I mean, I have like a foolproof tour checklist for packing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow. I want to pull this up. I want to pull up what you said on your Twitter.
Yeah, for sure.
About your album. It says, "How to Be Human, debut full-length album, a story of my experiences with love, pain, God," and then I just got an email. And existentialism. I think that's how you say that word.
Existentialism. Yeah.
What does that mean, by the way?
Existentialism is like thinking about what's the meaning of this all. You know.
Got it.
Have you ever read the book The Stranger by Camus?
That's deep for. And no disrespect for 22.
Yeah,
because I wasn't thinking about that at 22.
I wish I wasn't. It all started when I read The Stranger.
I haven't read that.
I wish I never read it.
Well, my question was about this, about what it means to be 22 and alive, and I guess you're answering that by being 22 for you is you're thinking a lot. Huh?
I'm thinking a lot. I'm working a lot on being more present, and I think writing this album for me was a big learning curve because I learned a lot about what it means to be present in your experiences, and I feel like I'm a lot happier because of that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like a little bit of relief. Like you're asking the question why a lot, I bet.
Yeah. And I feel like if I'm always wondering about the future, if I'm always kind of overanalyzing things that happened in the past, obviously, like, you can process these things and learn from these things, but to an extent, like, only to an extent, and then it doesn't really do you any good.
But no, there's a certain feeling of when you just kind of just finally go, you know what, just whatever. What you can't overthink, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just think it's important.
And you got that from the book?
No.
Where did you get that?
No,
Where did you
I
get
got that from therapy.
Yeah?
For sure. The book did the opposite of that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Got it.
I read that in high school, and it really, really triggered a long depressive bout.
So don't read that book then.
Don't read that
Don't
book.
read the book. I thought you were saying to read the book.
No.
Okay,
don't
so
read
that's something
that
you
book.
learned from, because that's, like I said, that's pretty heavy. I mean, that's very impressive.
Thank you.
Wow. That has to be. Is it a relief, or is that even heavier to be thinking that stuff?
I feel way more relieved, honestly, because a year. It's funny, like I'm super candid about my mental health and everything, and a year ago I sat in therapy and we talked about my goals that I had, and I was like, I'm so confused. Like I just left college. I was like, I don't know where I want to live. I don't know what feels like home. All my friends were still in school. I felt super lonely. And like music was just starting to kind of be a thing for me, so I felt really uncertain about the direction that I was going in. And just the other day we were sitting and we were like, hey, look at you a year later, like you are so sure about your career and what you want to do with that, and you're so sure about, I love New York City, and like I'm so sure about that's, where I want to be right now. I don't know about the future, but I'm trying not to think, about that.
Because nobody does.
Yeah.
No one knows anything.
Yeah. And if you can just like kind of figure out, like, if you can be sure about where you are right now, what you're doing right now, and who you're with right now, that's kind of the best it really gets.
That's all you can really do anyway.
Yeah.
Interesting. As far as your career and your song and your music, there's obviously a little different, not to get too technical, but there's a different tone, there's a different sound in your singing voice than in your speaking voice.
Definitely.
Yeah. Tell me about that. Why?
I have no idea.
It just happens?
I have no clue.
Okay. Whatever works, man.
Yeah,
it's
I have
awesome.
no
But
idea.
it's interesting, isn't it? Do you hear back and go, what? That's not...
No, because, like, for me, they like, I totally get why it is, like, why they're connected.
Yeah.
Because, it's me, so for me, there's no, like, real discrepancy there, but...
It's in your head.
Yeah.
You're hearing your voice in your head. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Logically.
Yeah. But I do know a lot of people are like, whoa, like, your singing voice is so high, and then your talking voice is, like, kind of, like, normal. So, I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever works for you. All right, last thing I want to do real quick, because I was on the announcement that you put on Twitter. Is there a song you want to talk about specifically, by the way?
Sad the Night, for sure, yeah.
Okay, not the I'm in Heaven?
That song's cool, too.
Yeah, that song's very cool. There was something cool about that production on that, where the word is, like, extended a little longer than people expect it to be.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's dope. That's
Thank
super
you.
dope. I know it's weird production nerdy thing. Anyway,
No, thank you.
So tell me about the song you want to talk about then.
Yeah, Sad the Night's the lead single off the album, and I'm just super excited about it. I think it's kind of like an anti-pop song, because everyone writes songs about going out to bars and trying to forget someone and get over somebody and distract themselves.
Sure.
And I was going through kind of rough time when I wrote it, and we were just kind of in the session, and we were like, let's write a song about staying home and being sad and indulging in that, and like, not trying to fake it,
Like saying that that's okay to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
The lyric is like, just let me be sad tonight, like,
Right.
I think it's really important to just process what you're feeling and just to go through it. So.
You're not 22. I don't believe it. You're not 22 at all. All right, quick fire. It's just some of the tweets real quick. The last thing we'll wrap up
I'm going to never tweet again. The amount of tweet questions I get.
Oh yeah, no, I think this is cool. I'm gonna help you answer everybody here right
Let's
now
do
at
it.
one time. So just in the responses to your album, I love the cover, I love the album, I love you. Go to that person. Respond.
You're amazing. Thank you. I love you too.
I don't even have words for how excited I am. I love you with all my heart. I know it's going to be so beautiful, just like everything else you do. You are so amazing. Can't wait to hear your whole story.
I want to hear your whole story. We should get coffee.
It's an amazing. God, what do you drink for coffee, by the way?
I don't drink coffee. It's just kind of what you say, I feel like.
Okay, so she's clearly lying that she's never going to hang out.
We got ice cream. How about ice cream?
We'll get ice cream. Bitch, release this during Aquarius season. It's only right. But it's a loving bitch. There's a lot of H's.
So I'm an Aquarius, February 11th, but I don't know when Aquarius season starts. End of January?
Probably the end of like that.
End
Probably
of
20,
January?
21st, 22nd.
So right
I'm
on the
guessing.
cusp.
Boy, there's a lot of cussing in here. Can we even put that in? I don't even know if we can. I'm excited for you to show yourself to the world. You're an amazing artist, and it's time for everyone to know it. Love ya. And
Love you too.
Yeah. So that's cool. Do you go through these?
I do sometimes.
It'd be the world if you check your DMs. Check your DMs.
I don't do that. It's like I try to like put like an hour or two aside a day, I feel like, to go through stuff,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day it's like it gotta
Well, you'll have
takes
time.
a big chunk out of you.
You'll have time on the tour bus, driving to Germany.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for coming in. Come
Yeah,
back again when you're all
absolutely.
done with your tour.
Thank you so
such
much.
a pleasure to meet you.
Absolutely, pleasure
So
to
fun.
be here.
Cool.
Thank
Yeah.
you.